We need big tents so that we can support people. We need these tents to be equipped with appropriate sanitation facilities, and so food can be cooked there. We need support that we could not have even imagined before. All the people who came here to Lviv are calling for you to be here with us.
Let's get more on the situation in Lviv from Sofia Dyak. She is a historian, researcher and director of the Center for Urban History in Lviv. Thank you very much, Sofia, for joining us here on TRT World. As you heard our correspondent saying, the mayor of Lviv has expressed concerns about the people who are arriving from surrounding areas. According to the latest, more than 200,000 have already arrived in Lviv. Tell me what kind of role the international community can play to diffuse the crisis in Lviv.
Thank you. There are many things to do, and it can be done on several levels. Internationally, we see how Ukraine is demanding no-fly zone because we understand that the wave of refugees are coming from the fact that cities are bombed, and some small cities especially are facing what we might call herbicide. The other thing is about logistics, and because we are looking at the EU border, there is EU border of how to bring not only something which is small in small buses, but really full-fledged help. And this is what Mayor is asking, and we will be needing because people keep coming. So this is what we are looking right now, not small networks, which were really helpful over the last week, but full-fledged support and logistics in managing this humanitarian disaster.
Sofia, did you get a chance to speak to any of those who have arrived in Lviv? And I also want to talk about the humanitarian corridors. Tell me, who are these people who are coming to Lviv? Are these the ones who live on the western part of the country, or would you say they're coming from the eastern side?
Many are coming from eastern side, so many are coming from Lviv, to Lviv from Kiev, they are coming from Kharkiv, and as your correspondent said, this is really, so many, the whole social breakdown of society. There are people who have means, people who don't have means, people who are sick, people who are tired and exhausted because it's already more than 10 days as the war is going. We met some, we at the center turned our conference room into shelter, and while in first days we had like up to a dozen people who could stay with us overnight or 2 nights, now we are providing overnight shelter for up to 60 people in. And this is what is done by many cultural institutions, theaters, art galleries, not speaking, of course, of schools and larger facilities. So many of personal stories, which break your heart, and
Right.
and this is what we hear each day.
Now, Sofia, as I understand, Lviv is very close to Poland. Poland has already taken more than 1 million Ukrainian refugees. Now, Poland is a country with a population of approximately 38 million people. Now, according to the UN, more than 4 million people could flee the war if Russian attacks on Ukraine continue. So certainly, it seems Poland has also reached its capacity. So what's an alternative route for these people, if not Poland?
The alternatives are right now the other neighboring countries. So we talk about Slovakia, Czechia, Hungary, Romania. And then, of course, the wave would be reaching other countries in Europe. So we actually are talking the whole Europe walking if we think that Europe is not only EU, but like millions of people from one European country will be going to all European countries. We are looking at Europe on the walk, as it was in previous world wars, if you want to draw analogs.
All right, Sofia Dyak, thank you very much for talking to us here on TRT World. And on your screens right now, you are seeing live pictures coming out of Poland. You can see